What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I hope you all are doing well. I'm doing well myself. My name is Carter, and today I want to talk about Andrew Wiggins. I'm a Dubs fan, and I'm a hardcore Dubs fan to where, I kind of watch the games when the Dubs play the trash teams, and I watch the games where they play the good teams. And watching Wiggins all year, through every game I've watched, I think I started watching, I missed maybe the first or second Warriors game. The rest I've watched. Out of all of these games, Wiggins is making the team a lot worse the moment he steps on the court. And I want to talk about the fact that Wiggins has two options. And we heard Steve Kerr say this a couple of days ago, and it was before the last game. He said that he might have to consider changing up the starting lineup a little bit. I don't know if he said those exact words, but he said something along those lines, and don't quote me exactly on those words. But he did mention changing up the starting lineup. And I believe there's two options for Wiggins. Either he gets back to All-Star Wiggs last season and the year before type numbers, or we bench him and we make him prove, and I'm saying we as if I'm on the coaching staff, but the Dubs either bench him and make him prove that he's a player worth minutes right now, or he gets back to All-Star Wiggs, because right now my man Wiggins, his stats are just down. He's averaging 12.6 points per game, 4.4 rebounds per game, 1.2 assists per game, which seems decent, stats wise, whatever. Not compared to what Wiggins used to be. He's also shooting at 42.1% from the field, which is just not. I mean, Wiggins to be shooting it inefficiently. The way he plays, if he's not efficient, what the heck is he? He's shooting it 27.7% from the three. Once again, the way he plays, if he's not efficient, what the heck is he? You know what I'm saying? He has for one, he's always been a bad free throw shooter. He's shooting at 62.7% from the free throw line. I'm not going to overreact to that. He's always been bad free throw shooting. But my guy has a negative 4.1 plus minus. The Warriors get a lot worse when he's on the court, and it was very evident in their last game against the OKC Thunder. The Warriors get a lot worse when Andrew Wiggins gets on the court. So, once again, he's got two options. Either he gets back to where he was just a year ago, where he only played 37 games, but the year before his stats were almost identical, or we bench him. Because we have a Moody, we have a Kuminga, and we're going to go there this video. Last year, he was averaging 17.1 points per game. He shot it 47.3% from the field. He shot it 39.6% from three. He averaged 5.0 rebounds and 1.2 assists. All of these stats are better. Like literally every single one. He had a 3.2 plus minus. He was plus 3.2. Every stat's better. Like last year he averaged 17 points. This year he's averaging 12. Last year he averaged 5 rebounds. Last year he averaged 5 rebounds. This year he's averaging 4. He's averaging the same amount of assists, 1.2. He's averaging a better field goal percentage by 5%. He's averaging a better 3-point percentage by 12%. His plus minus is freaking. It used to be plus 3.2. Now it's negative. It's negative 4.1. How is the negative number bigger than the positive number? That's the real. We're not even gonna go there. My guy has just. He washed up over the offseason. I mean, that's the only way to describe this. I don't know what Wiggins is doing, but when he's on the court, he just is a liability. He pretty much sucks in every single department. He was good on the offensive rebounds to start the year, and now he's just kind of mediocre. He's out on the court. It's almost like he's trying to find his place in a way, just kind of gravitating around, trying to find like where to stay on the court. And it's like, bro, you're an all-star, bruv. Like, you just want to chip with this team. Get it together. I know he was going through a lot of personal issues, and that might have something to do with his play. But this is unacceptable. You have a team that is 10-12. You need your team to play basketball. They've got a game against the Suns coming up. They got a game against the Nets coming up. Those are going to be hard games for the Dubs to win, and they need you. The Dubs need to go on a nice 10-game trip where they go at least 7 for 10. That's what they need to do. And to do that, they need Wiggs to play basketball. And Wiggs is trash. Everybody was talking about Klaythompson. Klaythompson has been playing superior basketball compared to what he was in the beginning of the season. He's playing amazing. And I love watching Klay right now. He's doing his thing. Over the last 7-8 games, he's been really, really good. Wiggins is the one that's making us lose because we expect more from Wiggins, and he's just out there trash. And he's just playing terrible basketball. And who do I recommend the Warriors put Wiggins on the bench for? Because I know I said it. He had two options. Either he gets back up, which we just talked about it. We just talked about what he needs to do or where he was just at, and what's bad with Wiggins right now is everything. I'm not going in detail. He just sucks right now. I kind of want to go into detail, but it's just hard to explain. He's just out on the court kind of doing nothing in a way. Like, he's just kind of finding his place, and he shoots the wrong shots. He gets the ball and he just turns it over. I mean, he came in the game in the fourth quarter when the Warriors went on a little run. They hadn't had turnovers in a minute. For some reason, Kirk puts Wiggins in the game at this point for Brandon Pujemski. And the moment Wiggs gets in the game, turnover. It's like he's trying to find his place and he forgot how to play basketball. That's what it seems like with Wiggs right now. He's had a couple breakout games. He's had two. I think he had 2 games over 25 points this season. One was a 31-point game. One was a 29-point game, I believe. He's had 2 breakout games, and then he goes right back. He had a breakout game the other night, and he's right back in the little rut he was in. I don't know what's wrong with him, but there's 2 players that I would replace him with. Right now, you have Jonathan Kuminga. For some reason, Kuminga's only getting 20.1 minutes per game, but Kuminga is coming off a 24-point game in which he fouled out. But he has been playing really good basketball when he gets minutes. He's averaging 11.7 points per game, which is less than 1 point less than Wiggins right now. He's averaging 3.3 rebounds per game, which is 1 less than Wiggins. He's averaging 1.0 assists per game, which is about the same as Wiggins. He's shooting it 46.9% from the field, which is a little bit better than Wiggins. Not even a little bit, 4% better. And he's shooting it 28% from the 3, which is better than Wiggins, but it's not the best in the world. But the fact that Wiggins is shooting worse than JK from the 3-point line is crazy. He has a plus 1.1 plus minus. That is what Jonathan Kuminga has, and he's playing good basketball. The thing is, these stats are very close to Wiggins, and the thing is, he's getting 20 minutes per game. Wiggins is a starter. Wiggins gets in the game. This guy, Kuminga, is getting 20 minutes per game, and he's really good depending on the matchup. Kuminga is really able to go out there and just cut up into the defense and get to the paint, draw fouls, and as long as he makes, the Warriors commentators have been saying it, 3 or 4 from the free throw line. If Kuminga can just stay at 3 or 4, he's really, 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 really good at that because he just gets to the free throw line. And so I believe they should put him in the starting lineup. I believe he's a good defender. I believe he can do some of the things that Wiggins does and have Wiggins come off the bench. Maybe Chris Paul can get him looks when Chris Paul gets back. Because that's it. Or you put Moody. Moody's been playing really, really good basketball over the last 5 games. Last game he had 2 points, but before that, it was really, really good basketball. I love what Kendrick Perkins is saying. Moses Moody more minutes. Moody's averaging 8.5 points per game, which is about 4 less than Wiggs, but he's got 3.5 rebounds per game, which is less than 1 less than Wiggs. He's shooting it 48% from the field and 34% from 3. He's really, really coming into his own offensively. I know he's only averaging 8, but it's really recent, but he's really finding his place on the basketball court, and I'm really rocking with Moody. He's averaging 19 minutes per game, so you put him in the starting lineup, I believe he could do what Wiggins is doing right now as well. But I really think if you put Kuminga in the starting lineup, he could be a 15-point per game scorer. That's not what we expect Wiggins to be at 17. So, yes, Wiggins still deserves the spot considering the nature of what he does when he plays right. When he plays right, he's consistent 17-point per game scorer on the Dubs. So, I understand the idea of saying, well, we just got to wait for him because he's better than Minga. Because even if you put Minga in Wiggins' full spot, he's not going to average what Wiggins was averaging last year. But still, Minga is 21 years old. I think you got to, if I'm the Dubs, I got to make some change because Wiggs is trash right now. And I hope I'm making this video. In the next video, I can, maybe after 5, because, one good game for Wiggins obviously isn't breaking him out of his shell because he's done this twice. So I'm not even going to look for a good game against the Suns. I just, maybe I can come back after, 10 games and I say, oh, man, Wiggins finally found a spot. And I'm glad, maybe I overreacted a bit. But, I hope so because right now it's not looking good for Wiggs. And, yeah, man. The Warriors, people were talking about trading Wiggins, and I'm low-key not opposed if he keeps playing like this. But the thing is, you're not going to get anything back. We're going to have to, for even to get something of decency back for Wiggs, you have to put in maybe a Kaminga, maybe Brendan Pujemski, maybe and nobody wants to trade their young players. We already traded Jordan Poole, and I think the Warriors are gonna regret that eventually. You trade all your young players, it's not getting you anywhere. Um, so yeah, he's 28 years old, man. Wiggins ain't some young dude. You can't be waiting for him to find his groove anymore. He's 28 years old. This is a grown man, grown man, been in the league for 9 years. He's got to step it up. We're looking for Wiggins to score. So, yeah, man. That's all I got to say, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you want some more daily content, basketball wise. And yeah, I'm a Dubs fan, so yeah.